quite as empowering as a whistle and a striped suit. How about that? It could be you coming right up. 5 years ago, we started a ministry here at the church called Upper Basketball and Cheerleading. It was the vision of our former youth pastor, Lenny Furlow, in an effort to target, through athletics, kids that needed a church home and needed to hear some of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Well, Lenny's gone. He's moved on to a different ministry. But there's a group of us here at the church that are dedicated to seeing that this ministry survive and move forward, that we continue to reach kids in this community, and we need your help. As you can tell, all the signs, we put a sign up here, and you can see all the signs up around the sanctuary here. Upward Basketball and Cheerleading is about to get started. Actually, the registration is already open. We've been registering kids for over 3 weeks now. And we have over 100 kids so far. 25 to 30 coaches that have stepped forward. Registration, pre-registration, or early registration ends on the 13th. Regular registration ends on the 26th. And then we have evaluations. So that's coming right up at the end of this month. For the last 2 years, or for the last 4 years, we've had over 350 kids a year come through this program. Many with a church home, many without a church home. And they've learned some basic basketball skills, which is what we wanted to do. And they've learned about Jesus through some loving and caring people who stepped up to be part of this ministry. And I know from 4 years as a coach and in 4 years as a referee that we've really affected a lot of these kids' lives in a really positive way. Along with concepts like fast breaks, layups, man-to-man defense, pick and rolls, they've learned faith concepts like love, respect, commitment, hope, responsibility. The little things that are on these signs: self-control, hope, responsibility, courage, respect. Faith concepts, not just basketball concepts, but faith concepts, trying to reach their hearts, trying to change their lives a little bit, or move them in a positive direction. And so you ask, how can I help, and what level of commitment does it require? All right, well, let me sort of paint a picture for you of what it would be like if you were a coach. If you stepped up and said, I want to coach these kids. 1 to 2 hour training course, which just, you come in, we train you to be a coach. It takes about, and I'm speaking from experience here, it takes about an hour a week in preparation where you sit down with the upward information, you go over the devotional, you go over how your practice is going to run. Well, then an additional hour of practice a week, and then during that practice, halfway through that practice, there will be a devotional. And then on game day, you're basically involved with 1 more hour, which you're herding the cats, you're keeping the kids going in the right direction. And then after the game, you go upstairs in one of these rooms, and you hand out these really cool, colorful stars for your stars of the game. And everybody gets one. Gold, red, offense, defense, most like Jesus, most sportsmanlike character. I mean, you reward and encourage your kids, and that's the best part of it, is standing up there and talking about these kids. You get to wear a really cool coach's shirt, which really is pretty neat. Makes you look like an authority figure. All right, well, what about if you were going to step up and be a referee? Well, the same thing, about a 1 to 2 hour training course for the rest. We have it's an 8-game season. Okay, this doesn't go on forever. It's an 8-game season. So on game day, when you come into the sanctuary and everything's set up for upward, you're going to circle everybody up in a big circle. And you're going to have a really nice prayer, and you're going to encourage these kids. And then the game's going to start. You're going to run around the court, and you're going to be blowing the whistle, and you're going to be talking to these kids, and you're going to use that foul or that infraction as a teaching moment to teach that kid about sportsmanship and about love and about the right way to do things. And you get to wear this cool jersey that I've got on. You got this really cool whistle that you get to blow. You can come right down on those kids. So, and then you can also be a cheerleader coach. Cheerleading is a huge part of Upward, and there's a lot of these little girls that cannot be basketball players or don't want to be basketball players. And you can teach them how to be a cheerleader, which is a fantastic thing too. But there's other avenues that you can help out with Upward of coaching and wearing the cool jersey referee. It's not your thing. Prayer, we absolutely got to have the prayers. Working with concessions, my good friend Bernie Collardo, Ms. Van Scott here, Marty, she helps out with concessions, and we need your help with concessions. You can be a greeter at the entranceway to the church, where you can just stand here and greet people and thank them and welcome them to be part of this program, because on any given Saturday, there'll be over 1,000 people that come through this building every Saturday for 8 weeks. And a lot of them don't have a home and are looking for a friendly face and a smile, and thinking, well, that's the place I want to be, at Jarvis Methodist Church. You can open the gym on practice nights. We have 3 practices a week. A 1 night a week commitment for 8 weeks, just for 3 hours. Open this gym and close this gym to make sure the coaches have kids have a good, safe place to play. And you can also help out at evaluation nights. I've put a sign-up sheet outside the sanctuary here and in the foyer up on the counter. Pick up a registration form if you need it, and sign up. Put your name, phone number, email address. You can sign up and come be a part of this ministry. So what's God asking you to do today? What's He asking you to do? Is His grace sufficient? I'm telling you something. There's nothing in this world more sufficient than that grace. Nothing. All the stuff that we fill our lives with is nothing like God's grace. And you have the opportunity through this ministry, but also the other ministries of this church, to give God's grace to somebody that really needs it. 4 years ago, Upward challenged me to get out of my God box, to get out of that religion box. Okay? We've talked a lot the last couple of weeks about the Holy Spirit. We're talking about we are God's church. Well, 4 years ago, the Holy Spirit nudged me to get involved, to get hands-on with this work in this church. He challenged me to not only to keep writing the check, which I'm going to do, but he also challenged me to get in there and get my hands dirty. And Lenny was standing there, and Lenny was like, he wasn't begging, but you could see, this was something that meant a lot to him, and I followed him. I wanted to be part of that ministry, and it's been such a blessing to me. And so I've gotten involved. God challenged me to be more than the person that I am. Not that scarecrow hanging in that cornfield. I'm not going to be that scarecrow anymore. I'm trying to be a better man. We've got a ministry now in place where you can be better too. And my challenge to you is to simply step up as you can. And that's the key word, as you can. And get involved and find out where you can plug in. The Holy Spirit will nudge you, will push you in a direction. If you just listen to that little voice in the back of your mind and ear, He's going to push you. But He will engulf you if you get involved. If you get involved in something that's God-driven, it'll just indwell you. He's going to nudge you, and then He's going to consume you. And that's the love, and that's what you want to feel. So, how can you do it today? Do it as you're able. Pray for our ministry, because we need it. The coaches need it. The referees need it. Everybody involved in the program needs it, but the kids need it. So pray. In your insert, in the bulletin, you've got an insert, which is the Upward registration form. If you don't do anything at all, take that registration form and hand it to a kid in your neighborhood or some child in your path this week that this thing could help. That's all you have to do. Volunteer, come be part of the program. Gosh, you've got a million things that you can do. And if all you can do is write a check, there's kids out here that can't afford to be part of this program that would love to be. And we give scholarships every year to kids that can't afford it to come be part of this program. I had a family call me this week. They asked me, my child wants to be part of this program. But I can't afford it. I said, well, how much can you afford? She said, I can give you $50. So that's not a problem. I'll pay the other $25. You get your kid involved. So it's just that simple. If it's just write the church a check for $100, it'll help some child. You don't have to look very far in this world to see how things have come off the tracks. There's so many bad things that are happening out here, but this is one of the really, really good things that's happening. And this is a place where you can come be part of this program and really, really help and be meaningful to some child. So come be part of it. Come be part of our community. Listen to God's whistle. When He nudges you, follow what He's asking you to do, okay? Thank you very much.